Hello again, it's wet here tonight in Melbourne. Also coming up, the new learning program taking the pain out of maths and English and getting top marks from those who've actually tried it. All right, here's a familiar worry for parents. How do you get your children to do their homework, and what are they learning at school anyway? Well, a new computer software program answers both of those questions. It's already being used in hundreds of schools around Australia, inspiring a lot of students to keep doing better in maths and English at home.
We're going to be talking about fractions today. We're going to be talking about when we have a whole shape.
From one generation to the next, there are some things you just have to learn.
This is only coloured in a fraction of the shape, and that's why it's called fractions, what we're dealing with today. If I break a shape...
But how we learn, well, that's changing from one generation to the next. As pens and the whiteboard make room for the computer screen. At the Rouse Hill Anglican College in Sydney's northwest, Adam Lindsay uses technology to help teach his Year 3 class.
Essentially the way I use it in my classroom is I'll teach an activity in the class and then I'll use it as a way of consolidating what they're learning.
Eduss, the company which developed the software program that Adam uses, calls it the Integrated Multidimensional Teaching Assistant.
Fantastic. Excellent. Let's do another one.
The kids call it something simpler.
It's cool.
It's cool?
Yep.
Wow. The programs designed for kids between 5 and 14 are for maths and English.
Read the following comprehension passage.
The teacher can set levels for each child and then later receives a report card.
It can be used for remedial activities. For example, if children are having difficulty with a particular concept, they can work at their own pace and their own time on the program.
Which suits Adam.
What were you like before at maths?
All right, I've just gotten quicker at my maths. It has all these slides and it tells you how to use it and everything.
And Laura?
If you don't know something, sometimes you can press teach me and it will teach you and tell you how to do it.
Well,
and Matthew?
If there's some things we don't understand with Mr. Lindsay, we can come to the computer and do it, and that might help us understand more.
Click on the correct number of diagrams.
In fact, Matthew's mum, Carol, bought the software for him to use at home.
It allows the kids to review what they've learnt. So if they're unsure of any issues that they've done at school, they can come home and practice it. And as you hear the noise that you get, it's positive reinforcement that they're getting things right.
Now, Carol's not only a mum, but also a computer programmer.
Subtraction.
What mark would you give this program and why?
I'd give it a 9 out of 10. It's easy to use. It works. It doesn't fall over every 5 seconds like some programs do. And the kids like it.
I was in a very, very low group in the writing, spelling and reading, and now I'm in a average group into a very
appalling
little
creature.
Year 6 student Gabrielle Fahim has been using the English program at home to answer the questions she's been too embarrassed to ask at school.
Flighty.
Because people would laugh at me.
And what about here?
Well, nobody would laugh at you. And you'd ask a question, you'd know it, and then next time you don't have to ask.
The biggest change I've found is in her self-esteem and confidence to actually do schoolwork.
But Gabby's mum, Mary, believes it's money well spent.
I mean, if you get a tutor, it's about $30 an hour for a tutor, and she can do a little bit every day. There's no sort of time limits.
To just go out and bulk purchase a range of products because you believe they'll enhance your child in every area is simply a waste of family money.
P&C Federation President Sharon Brown-Lee says while computer programs are helpful, they're no substitute for the guidance of teachers and parents.
So you've got your tens column there. 9,
the best thing you can do is really engage with your school and a teacher that has your child in the classroom. If your child's struggling in an area, put in place a program, a one-to-one, how they're going to achieve outcomes for that child.
It's asking you to figure out what one of the part of the question is. So it's saying something divided by 5 equals 7. I don't think, well I hope, the classroom teacher never becomes obsolete. And I don't think it will, because computers only program and tell you what you program and tell it to do. And it's not as good as being intuitive and responding to what the needs of a child are.
But you wouldn't replace Mr. Lindsay with a computer, would you?
No.
Why's that?
Because I think he's a good teacher.
It's a great idea, isn't it? Scott Bevan with that story. I think he learned a bit too. And there's more information about that learning program at our website. There it is right there. Or, as usual, just give us a call.